you know how when a swimmer is swimming in open water, they are constantly thinking and hyper-focusing on the actions they're currently taking. Stroke, stroke, breathe, stroke, stroke, breathe. And then every so often, they lift their head, they sight, they make sure they're going in the right direction, and then they hyper-focus again. Stroke, stroke, breathe, stroke, stroke, breathe. Sight. I think that lesson, that analogy can be applied to the way I approach most things in life. Fitness, business, family, financial, personal goals, and it really applies to this right here. After this 100-mile ultra marathon, which is in the beginning of February here in Texas, the Rocky Raccoon, which is my hyper focus right now, I'm sighting for the future. And that future is the Buffalo, New York Marathon at the end of May, which means a few weeks after finishing Rocky Raccoon 100-mile ultra marathon, I'll be going into marathon prep to take you guys along for the journey so we can all PR together. I'll explain all the details in a little bit, but let me show you the shoes first, and then we're gonna go for a 9-mile run. So when I look at these shoes right here, it makes me think of marathon prep. These are the shoes that I wear for big training workouts and races. And if you guys remember, last year when I ran my sub 3-hour marathon on January 30th, 2021, I wrote the time that I completed the marathon on the shoe. 2 hours, 56 minutes, 27 seconds. Well, these shoes right here represent this next marathon training block, which the goal, sub 250. Ideally, I'd like to run 2 hours and 45 minutes, and that's what we'll be training for alongside my coach, Jeff Cunningham. But these shoes right here represent the goal, sub 250, eventually hitting 245. So I'm not ignorant to know what it takes to run a sub 3-hour marathon. I've been there, I've done it, I know how difficult it is, but I know what it takes. I know what shape I need to be in. But I'm looking forward to some big workouts again. 22-mile workouts with 4 to 6 miles at marathon pace. Man, if there's one thing I can do, it's commit. Commit to a goal, commit to an objective. The hyper focus is Rocky Raccoon, which is great because I can continue building that strong aerobic base. But then when we transition, again, all in. All right, run is complete. 9.25 miles in 1 hour, 12 minutes, 34 seconds at a 7:51 minute per mile pace. Solid training on today. Now, this is one thing we want to do different with this marathon prep. While documenting it and bringing in my marathon coach, Jeff Cunningham, the goal for the series is that you should be able to watch this marathon prep series that we're going to do after this ultra, and you should have all the tools, all the resources, all the information to go PR your next marathon. So the idea is that we all PR together. I'm going for a PR. I want you guys to PR. So as we document this prep and we share information, we're also going to provide you guys with a free training program. That's the exact same training program I'm doing, but it will be based off of some data you input in the beginning. So we haven't built it out exactly yet, but I envision like an Excel spreadsheet where you input your best mile time, your best 10-mile, half marathon training experience, and then it will give you mileage and paces to hit for workouts, because we want to help you guys PR your next marathon. So start looking for races May June, or July. I'll be starting prep the middle of February. And if you guys want to start with me, let's do it. Let's PR together. So, make some breakfast, head into the office. First thing is first. A little shot of ginger. Steph and I buy these, and it is apple, lemon, ginger, turmeric, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. It's by this company called Farmer's Juice. So I shake it up, crack it open. My hands are still cold, they barely work from the run. Shoot it back. And you guys know the morning strong stack immediately after running. 1 scoop of strong reds with 1 scoop of strong greens, which is about to go in a shaker bottle. And I'll mix that up and I'll wash down 1 serving of strong multivitamin and 1 serving of strong joints. That is the strong morning stack. I also have 3 fish oil soft gels right there, which we are launching our fish oil in a couple of weeks, beginning of 2022. And I'm gonna add a scoop of electrolytes. This is lemon lime flavor, just to replenish from that run. So we're gonna throw 1 scoop of electrolytes, 500 milligrams of sodium, in with the greens and reds. I'll tell you what, if I had a restaurant, we would serve this for breakfast. This is the Power Bowl. I've shown this before. I'm still obsessed with it. So what I do is I mix 1 tablespoon of cacao powder, 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, 1 scoop of chocolate vegan protein powder, and 1 scoop of Nutter Bar Blast whey protein powder. The flavors of the protein can change, but that's the base of it. Then you mix it up with a little bit of milk until it's like a thick paste consistency. That's on the bottom. I add about 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, about 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey. Peanut butter's there, honey's there, and then there is raw cacao nibs back there, and unsweetened coconut flakes with the banana on top. Perfect. Today's the first morning of the year that I've had frost on my windshield, and I guess it was colder than I thought it was while I was running. It is 41 degrees right now at 7:45 a.m. as I'm heading to work. So it had to be in the 30s when I was running this morning. Felt great though. Felt fast, felt smooth, heart rate was low. The cold will do that for you. Now, to bring in the analogy of the open water swimmer back to business, I got to explain our new labels that are about to roll out. Well, if we were looking forward 2 years ago, we were planning for improvement and change in the way we distribute. Right now, we're about 85% direct to consumer, but we also want to open up lines of distribution to wholesale and retail. So about 2 years ago, we started this process and we identified we want to be in vitamin shops, GNCs, HEB, military posts, and that's going to start happening in 2022. And in preparation for that to happen, we knew we had to improve our product experience. Like when a consumer is looking for a new protein powder or pre-workout, we wanted to have that product experience, that label that grabbed the consumer's attention, that matched the superior product quality that we offer. So we worked with a new label printer. They're called McDowell. They're in Dallas. And A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, our brand designer, took lead on just bringing this to life. So it is a soft touch label. We have some doming on like the BPN logo, on the product name. We eliminated the flavor icons and just have the flavor name at the bottom. We have our Informed Sport testing badge here on the front. And then when you kind of position it in the light, you can see this reflective foil on the side of the label, which is the name of the product. This says way over here. Our performance line, protein, pre-workout, endo-pump, intraflight, will stay in black bottles and be just like this. Our health line, strong greens, strong red, strong multivitamin, will be in a white bottle as it is right now. However, this side profile will not be white and black. It'll be white and whatever that product is. Like greens will be green, reds will be red over here. Strong multivitamin and joint and sleep will be blue. So this is what you guys will start seeing in the next couple months. This is the sighting of, stroke, breathe, sight. This was cited 2 years ago. And now it's the stroke and the breath.
So Wyatt,
yes,
how
sir.
do you feel about Nick going for the sub 250 marathon?
How do I feel? I feel like, just like anything, he's gonna put in the work. He's gonna surround himself with the best of the best, and he's gonna get it done. Plain and simple.
Trey, what are your thoughts on Nick going for a sub 250 marathon?
I think he can do it. The pattern is, when Nick ran the sub 3, he decided to do an Ironman. When he was doing Ironman, he decided to do Leadville. And then after Leadville, he decided to do Rocky Raccoon. And now in the middle of Rocky Raccoon, he's gonna do a sub 250 marathon. There's always something coming. And so for us and for our team, it's like, just be prepared. It's gonna happen. We're not gonna be stagnant. And I think that's like half the fun of working here is it's almost like a surprise. I'll get a text, I've signed up for this marathon. And I'm like, okay, well, let's send it.
Jordan, what do you think about Nick going for a sub 250 marathon?
I'm not surprised. He's always thinking about what's coming next. He's hyper-focused on ultras right now, but Nick's always thinking about how he can challenge himself and push himself. And so even though he's like deep into this prep, Leadville, Rocky Raccoon, I feel like it's been on his mind for a while. It might seem spontaneous, but I feel like it's been on his mind for a while. So not shocked. I'm not shocked at anything that's going to come after that. I know Nick's going to be excited to get back into doing some more speed work, and not just like long, slow runs. So I'm excited for him. It'll be fun. We'll be there to film it.
So it's Tuesday, which means Dr. Scott is here. Dr. Scott comes every Tuesday from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. and he offers chiropractic adjustments for the entire BPN team. So for 2 hours, we just kind of funnel through, everyone gets adjusted, goes back to work, stays optimized. But the last 2 weeks, I've missed the adjustments just because I've been bogged down with work. This is the first time I've probably missed 2 weeks in the last year, and I'm feeling it right now. Everything's just wound up.
There it goes. Yeah, right in there. Breath in. Oh, yeah. Almost went through the table on that one.
Can you tell me why this is called the bear hug?
I think it has been branded as the bear hug because that's literally what it is. You're literally just surrounding the person and putting your entire weight down on them and just crushing them.
I was doing that to Nick, and I said, I'm just gonna give you a quick hug. He goes, oh, like a bear hug?
Dude, it's my favorite one.
Oh yeah, it's done.
It's good.
It's coined right
You need
there.
the bear hug.
I hurt so bad.
Just everything?
It's my neck. My neck is so jacked up. I'm back and feeling better than ever. I have to stay on top of my weekly adjustments or I just get like tension headaches, I get all compressed. It's probably a combination of training work-related stress. Love it. We're back in business. Again, we're stroke, breathe, sight. That sight was forecasting this area right here. When we were talking 2 years ago about going wholesale retail, we knew we would need more space. And as we've added members to the team, we've needed more office space. So we have this additional 20,000 square feet now with the shelving, the industrial racks, we can store inventory. What do we need to be doing right now to set us up for success 6, 12, 18, 24 months from right now? One of those is building out the creative media office. Let me show you in here what we're currently working on. So the intent of this office space, from what I'm thinking, is I want to make it as creative of an environment that we can possibly create. So first step was coming in with paint. We're doing black, white, red, like the brand guidelines in our current HQ. Blinds are going up on every window right now at a 1% blind, so it blocks 99% of the light coming in, which, because these guys are creatives, they're on their screens, they're editing, they need darkness at many times throughout the day. So up here, we're gonna have some of our creative editing stations. We'll have Tyler, Miguel, Yoli, Clink, lead partnerships manager, will be in here. I'm building out, and we'll document this, it's gonna be pretty cool, these different workstations. So I ordered these reclaimed wood beams on Etsy, and then posts for the ground to go into the concrete, and then these 1.5 inch acoustic panels to hang in between. So not like complete privacy, but some separation so you can just stay dialed in some deep work. So Asa, Megan, and A-Rod will be out here. And then Jordan, I'm gonna create some sort of like closed off private workspace here for Jordan. Trey, director of marketing, leading the team in that office back there. And this will be kind of just like an open space with couches and chairs and like a coffee table, just collaborative space. And then I have a huge like 90-inch table going right here to just like eat lunch, work, stuff like that. So I'll add things as I go, but my goal is to make this space as inviting, as inspirational, as collaborative, but also private, and be able to work deeply on projects. That's what I want to deliver for the team. So when they get over here, it's just, they're ready to go. They have everything they need. So I'm excited. Getting ready for a leg training session today. As you can see, like just a difference in labels in flights. Like this is our old label. Our previous one, if you hold it in your hand and you hold this new one in your hand, you can just tell the biggest difference. Like the soft touch, the doming, the raised textures, the foils. It's night and day. So we're doing 1 scoop of flight and we're gonna do 1 scoop of endo pump, because there's nothing like a solid leg pump. We got green apple, blue raz. Now I have the course profile pulled up right now for the Buffalo New York Marathon. It starts at an elevation of 624 feet. Max elevation is 679 feet, and a gain of 245 feet of elevation across the entire marathon. Now, to compare that to the Leadville 100, which I recently completed, that started at about 10,100 feet of elevation. We got up to, I believe, a little over 13,000 feet of elevation, and it was like 15,000 feet of ascend and descend across the 100 miles. So 245 feet of gain, I'll take it. That's the course, end of May. Can't wait. So what I'll be doing is starting just with a warm up of extensions, curls, going into barbell squats. Probably work up to a heavy 3-rep max at about, I'd say 90% of my 1-rep max. And then going into walking barbell lunges and dumbbell or barbell step ups. Now, one way that my leg strength training does change from ultra marathon training to marathon training, with ultra marathon, we're adding a lot of mileage in, but it's at a slower pace. So if my legs are really sore, for me, that's okay. I can go heavier in these workouts. After Rocky Raccoon, when we transition to marathon prep, I won't go nearly as heavy during my leg training sessions. We're going to be doing tempo and threshold workouts and runs. It's critical that we hit certain paces, which will give us the idea of where we're at in training. And you don't want your legs being tired or having this delayed onset muscle soreness from strength training to interfere with that progress. But as of right now, we can still lift heavy, and that's what we're going to do. The thing I'm most excited for with this marathon is not necessarily all the training and like the commitment to this sub 250, but it's really for you guys to PR with me. Like we PR together. And the way I was thinking about this was, imagine if we had like 10,000 PRs. I want to teach you everything I know about running that I've learned over the past couple years. It all starts with one thing. That one thing is commitment. Like I said, start looking for races in May or June. The prep is gonna start middle of February, but just commit to a race. If you don't commit to a race, commit to something hard in 2022. Like actually commit to something difficult that you don't think is possible. Maybe you've already run a marathon, but you want to run it faster. Maybe you want to enter a bodybuilding competition. You want to spend more time with your family. You want to get a job promotion. Commit to something. That's all you have to do. Commit to that one thing. And if you commit to that one thing and you keep consistently committing to harder things over time, that's a transformation. That is an evolutionary process in yourself. I don't care what it is. Commit to something, to being better. All right, guys, so last set right here. Gonna wrap up this leg workout. Gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Get ready to commit. And I am super excited to PR together. Go on more.